The Xpeng G9, which is the Xpeng's fourth production model, is not just any electric vehicle, EV. For one, it is equipped with the most advanced ultra-fast charging technology, making it the fastest charging EV in the world. The new flagship Xpeng also features many exciting advancements that may assist it in being a game changer for the company domestically and internationally. So what's new about this vehicle, and what are some of the features that the G9 is offering? The G9 takes its place in the market with other medium to large-sized electric SUVs. It is an SUV version of the Xpeng P7 Auto that was previously released. At the front, it has a smooth surface instead of a standard radiator grille, a mesh pattern lower air intake, and an elegantly designed bonnet. It also has separate headlamps, which integrate two LiDAR sensors. The side profile of the G9 reveals precisely crafted door panels with smooth surfacing and flush-fit handles and robust alloy wheels with 5 spokes measuring 21 inches in diameter. Full-width tail lamps and block-lettered Xpeng marking can be found on the back of the G9, which continues the design language established by the P7. On the other hand, the SUV appears to have more oversized tail lamps. The Xpeng G9 is 4,891mm long, 1,937mm in width, and 1,660mm in height. It has a wheelbase of 2,998mm and can accommodate up to 660 litres of luggage. In addition to it, there is a frunk that can be used to store an additional 71 litres of luggage. The interior of the Xpeng G9 is of excellent quality and offers a large number of digital instruments. It's an SUV with seats for up to 5 people and 3 displays mounted on the dashboard. To limit the amount of glare caused by the sun, it has a tucked-down 10.25-inch digital instrument cluster. The other 2 screens are larger and have been combined to create the appearance of a single display that is 14.96 inches in size. The display for the entertainment system is on the left-hand side of the vehicle, while the display for the passengers is on the right-hand side. The Xpeng X Opera 5D multimedia experience is one of the brand new features of the G9. There are 28 speakers hidden throughout the vehicle's interior, including those in the front seats as part of the Dolby Atmos-enabled sound system. To create a multi-sensory environment, they work together with the air vents and the scent dispenser in the center compartment. Your seat vibrates in tune with the music, which is quite new. The voice control works from any seat and can even handle requests from separate seats simultaneously, in contrast to the system in Tesla, which does a very excellent job of transcribing speech but not such a good job of taking action. The dashboard is streamlined and has a wraparound design, which contributes to the impression of more space. This dashboard is connected to a bridge-style center console that flows with a curved design. The center console has 2 smartphone chargers, a slim and wide AC vent, and 2 cup holders integrated into its design. Customers have access to an open storage area below where they can place a tablet, rest a small grocery bag, or synchronize and charge their gadget. The steering wheel has a flat bottom and 2 spokes, which are both in harmony with the minimalistic aesthetic. In Europe, consumers can choose from the rear-wheel drive standard range model, the rear-wheel drive long-range model, or the all-wheel drive performance model. The rear wheels of every configuration are driven by a motor with 230 kilowatts and 430 Nm of torque. In addition, the front wheels of the all-wheel drive performance model are driven by a motor with 175 kilowatts and 287 Nm of torque. As a result, it has a total power output of 405 kilowatts and a total torque output of 717 Nm. In contrast to the standard models, which require 6.4 seconds to accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour, this one can do the same thing in just 3.9 seconds. However, regardless of the model, the maximum speed is limited to just 200 km per hour. According to sources from Chinese media, Xpeng, the head of the brand, has stated that the Xpeng G9 drives just as dynamically as the Porsche Cayenne, which is widely regarded as the standard bearer in the market for driving dynamics. In fact, Xpeng Motors brought a KNS equipped with a 2.9-litre twin-turbo V6 capable of a 0 to 62 mph sprint in 5.2 seconds to the G9's media drive so that journalists could directly compare the two SUVs. A 650 Performance Max model of the G9 was tested by Sina Automobile, and the publication reported that it accelerates more violently than the KNS. However, the G9 does not handle as well as the KN in the Moose test, and its steering system might have been more responsive. Even with 21-inch wheels, the suspension is able to effectively absorb the shocks caused by simulated speed bumps, giving the impression of being in a very luxurious European car. In this comparison, it performed better than the Porsche model. According to another review published by Geek NEV, the G9 is an SUV that prioritizes comfort and is not a sporty model, yet the review implies that it provides a strong grip. The steering is neither particularly precise nor particularly direct, but it is fairly light and has a decent ratio. The Xpeng G9 comes standard with the NVIDIA Orin X CPU, 5 high-definition millimeter wave radars, 12 ultrasonic sensors, 4 surround view cameras, 7 high-perception cameras, and 1 in-car camera for the Xpilot 2.5 ADAS suite to function properly. The Xpilot driving features include adaptive turning cruise, active lane change, and automatic speed limiter. Other features include adaptive cruise control and lane centering control. The G9 also comes with the Xpilot parking, which has features such as enhanced auto parking assist, auto exit parking assist, and transparent chassis. Last but not least, there is a comprehensive collection of safety features, including forward distance monitoring, traffic sign recognition, speed assistance system, intelligent high beam, driver state monitoring, and blind spot detection, among many others. The G9 is the first model manufactured in China to utilize a gigabit Ethernet communications architecture. In the coming months, it will become the first model produced by the firm to use Xpilot 4.0, which will offer full scenario-aided driving throughout the entire driving experience, from starting the vehicle to parking it. Because of the communications design of gigabit Ethernet, an over-the-air upgrade of the firmware will take as little as half an hour at most. The G9 also comes equipped with the new Xpeng LiDAR system. It is the second Xpeng to come equipped with LiDAR following the P5. The G9 Max models have 2 LiDAR devices installed flush within the front fender light clusters. Laser imaging detection and ranging, or LiDAR for short, is a technology that enables a vehicle to create a 3-dimensional representation of its surroundings and determine the distance that separates it from nearby obstacles. Many automobiles equipped with LiDAR have been introduced to the Chinese market in the past year. However, until very recently, they simply carried around such technology without customers being able to use it. The LiDAR technology found in the G9 is considerably more advanced, and once it is fully functional, it promises to be nearly driverless while requiring minimal driver input. The most significant improvement is that it no longer relies on high-precision mapping. Rather, it combines the information from its various sensors to construct its own map of places that have not been mapped before. The G9 is the first production car to pass Guangzhou's closed-zone autonomous driving test, and it is now the first production vehicle to acquire a license for autonomous public road testing. The G9 RWD standard range is powered by a 78.2 kWh LFP battery pack, which allows it to reach a maximum WLTP range of 460 km. The 98 kWh lithium-ion NMC battery pack is shared across the G9 RWD long range and the G9 AWD performance models. According to the WLTP, these two models have a maximum range of 570 and 520 kilometers respectively when fully charged. Compared to the values provided by the EPA in the United States, WLTP estimates are incredibly generous. The G9 is the first vehicle produced in China to utilize the 800V platform. This indicates that it should be possible to add 130 kilometers of range in just 5 minutes when using a 480 kilowatt charger, and it should be possible to charge from 10 to 80% in just 20 minutes. If that's not enough range, you can get the 650 with a 4C battery pack, which cuts the time needed to add 100 kilometers to only 16 minutes, and it only takes 5 minutes to add 200 kilometers. There is also vehicle-to-load capability, which means that similar to the Kia EV6, it can power any odd electrical equipment you happen to be transporting in that enormous trunk. In general, the Xpeng G9 will be a key rival in Europe, and it will to some extent challenge German premium producers when released in September. This is particularly true in terms of value, equipment, technology and price, because it is expected to come in at around $59,000. Given that it was intended to be a car for the world, it is unknown whether the G9 will ever go on sale in the United States. However, at least one P7 was exported to the country, so the possibility cannot be ruled out. That's all from this video. What do you think of this new Xpeng? Will it be able to compete with Tesla? See you in the next one.